What is up, guys? I am back with a brand new video today, and today's video is definitely going to be a little interesting to me because I know I haven't been doing trophy videos. So today I'm doing something I used to do with Friday the 13th. Back before I could record Friday the 13th, I did a lot of talk through videos on trophies and trophy lists and everything. Gonna do that today. I've done a lot of trophy guides for Dead by Daylight. A lot of them are in my top 25 videos that I have on my channel. I get a lot of shit talkers on those. As you know, I give a warning before every video that I do practice this trophy in practice mode, offline mode, but you have to do it in online mode, in a public match. I heed the warning that if you message me in the comments and say, hey, this has to be done after I give that warning, and you tell me, it has to be done in a public match, well, I warn you that you're going to get banned, and I've already banned like 5 people from my channel because they decided to be ignorant and not listen to instruction. And that's one of the main things that I lose my mind over in this world, is when people don't listen to instruction. So, today we're going to do the Dead by Daylight trophy list. If you hear fans in the background, I apologize. So, let's start it off. So, first off, we have the Platinum Trophy, Dead by Daylight. Collected all the trophies. You've laughed, you've cried, you've screamed, and you've escaped with Platinum in hand. Congratulations. More crying than anything done in this game. So, by doing that, you need to just finish the game. Alright, so, in a public match, get 4 sacrifices in a single match. This is probably hard for people who don't play Killer. What this means is you're going to have to sacrifice every single person in this game. If a person rage quits, it is finicky, but I have seen it work with other people. I highly recommend that you just try to get all 4 people done. Believe me, this will happen faster than you think. If you start playing Killer immediately, then you'll eventually figure this out, because for me it took a while, but if you get people that are worse at Survivor than you are at Killer, you're going to get this trophy without a doubt. And that's how I got most of my Adept trophies. It's like you play some tryhards and some assholes and everything. Eventually you'll get it. So, hold strong there. A bite for the entity in public matches, sacrifice a total of 100, and the feast of the entity, sacrifice 500 survivors. This is just typical stuff here. So for these 2 trophies, you have to sacrifice 100 and 500 total survivors. The answer to this question and how this is done is simply be good, to be honest with you. As a whole, like back when I first started playing, I never kept count of how many I'd done. I know I'm over 100 now. I know I don't have the 500 trophy, sadly. So here's the thing that happens. What you're going to need to do is, if you're playing against a team that is like absolutely blowing your mind, I'm going to give you 1 chance to be toxic. Take 1. Just 1. If you can get a hold on one survivor, camp them, or whatever you have to do, take it. Because if they're already being toxic to you, that gives you the right to be toxic to them, and take one of their friends. Don't fall for any flashlight bullshit. You got this. But this is the one time you get to be toxic. Because if killers are playing people that they can't get on the hook and they're teabagging and using the flashlights, you have my absolute direction to camp one of them back. Fair payback. No? Okay. Cripple them all in public matches with the Trapper. Catch a total of 10 survivors in your bear traps. Good one. One that should be known for this one is that you actually have to use 10 different survivors, and you must take them out of the trap. So if you whack them out of the trap, then pick them up, it doesn't count towards the count. If they free themselves and then you down them, it still doesn't count. If they're in the trap, you must pick them up out of the trap. That is how it counts towards this. It's probably one of the easier Killer trophies, or main Killer trophies. Jump scares in public matches with the Wraith, surprise and hit a total of 50 survivors. This one I also do not have yet, but what I've been doing is I've been messaging people when I go in game and say, hey, do me a favor, one time just look away from me when I'm invisible, like you didn't see me coming, let me hit you, it'll count as a surprise hit. So the only way that these count, all 50 of them, is if the survivor is not looking at you at the time. There's 2 other ways to do this. There are 2 attachments that make your bell completely soundless, and there's another attachment that makes you transforming from invisible to non-invisible. Makes it incredibly fast and easy. The grind in public matches with the Hillbilly, chainsaw a total of 50 survivors. This one also one I had to ask people for help. So in a game, I come up to people and I go, hey, do you mind if I grind 50 chainsaw kills? Normally they don't answer. Usually you'll just find them, and if you kind of rev your chainsaw and they let you go at them, just go it. Eventually, if people see what you're doing, then usually it'll work. And that's how I got this. I asked for help on this because I am absolutely horrid with Hillbilly. And I don't think I have Adept Hillbilly either, so. Escape artist in a public match successfully escaped the hook and escape. Successfully escaped the hook and escape. In order to do this, I would recommend Deliverance. Or just get lucky. Made it out alive in public matches, escaped the match alive 50 times. Just gotta avoid the killer 50 times and escape the match. Simple as that. Where did they go? In a public match, all 4 survivors must escape through the hatch. The only way that this is done is all the generators get done, the door is like ready to be opened, one of your friends has a key, you all have to jump in that hatch before it closes. Sometimes this is one of the hardest ones to do. You'd usually do it when you get a friendly killer, but you never know if you're going to have a friendly killer, so kind of hard to do. But that's my exception to you. I've got your back. In public matches, save a total of 50 survivors from death. Get 50 survivors off the hook, basically. Or, yeah, death, simply have to save them from the hook or heal them, basically. Heal them from the dying state, though. No one left behind in a public match. Rescue someone after at least one gate is open. This can be tricky. Kind of. Usually if there's one person hooked, the person will be camping them. So it's something that you'll have to try and do. I don't believe you need to unhook the survivor while the door's open. You don't have to escape, but you can save someone else and still get the no left behind trophy. Medic. In public matches, heal others for a total of 100 health states. This has been one that people have been challenging me on my channel. It's one of my, I believe, top 10 watched videos. So with Medic, guys, when we first started playing, you could only use your hands to heal. If we did it with medkits, it didn't count for some reason. So we started using our hands and eventually got this. This one was probably the most grindy trophy in all of Dead by Daylight. Problem being here, other people have been coming up to me saying, hey, now you can use, you know, self-care and medkits, it doesn't matter. So when I made that video, when we used medkits, it didn't work. So for all the people coming out there going, you can use medkits now, this video is irrelevant, then stop coming at me. Because back when it came out, we couldn't use medkits, and now we can. Even though the fucking trophy has a picture of a medkit. Handyman, in public matches, repair generators for a total of 100 full repairs. So basically that's 5 generators per match. So 5 times 20, if you can repair all the generators. Shouldn't take you too long. Just make sure you repair generators fully. And it kind of keeps up as you go, just so you know. Like if you repair half a generator, then I'm pretty sure the game remembers you did half a generator. So if you do half a generator in the next round, then it counts as 1. So you should be good there still. Nerves of Steel. In public matches, get a total of 50 successful skill checks. Not too bad, you just got to turn up your TV a little bit in order to hear it. Especially if you're streaming. Perfect Escape. In a public match, as a survivor, complete a match with at least 5,000 blood points in each scare category. Just do your best. Just do your best. Objective is repairing generators. Survival is just escaping. Altruism is healing or saving your teammates. And boldness is interacting with the killer. So, boldness will probably be the hardest thing that you have to do. Perfect Killing. If the public match has a killer, complete at least 5,000 blood points in each category. So brutality, hitting or downing survivors, as well as destroying pallets and damaging generators. Hunter is finding, chasing, and catching survivors. Hunter can be affected if they escape your catch radius. Devotiousness, I think that's what that is using your killer powers, basically using your killer powers at the same time, so you're going to have to use your killer powers. Sacrifice, unlike the name, it suggests for both hooking and sacrificing survivors, so that's probably going to be the hardest one for that. In a public match, get more than 8,000 blood points in one scoring category. Probably the best one for this is probably Altruism if your other players are bad. Otherwise, just repair. It Wakes, reach character level of 10, just leveling up in the Blood Web. Not half bad, raised to level 25, again leveling up in Blood Web. Bloody Millionaire, accumulate a total of 1 million blood points in the game. Just save them up, don't use them. Gifts for the Fog in a public match, burn an ultra rare offering. That's only for killers. So, gonna have to burn a pink offering. App Survivor, start a public match with a full Survivor loadout. So basically every slot in your Survivor thing has to be full. Same with App Killer, starting with a full Killer loadout. Same with Killer. Risk it all in a public match. Enter the Fog with a ultra rare item or add-on without using a protective ward. Important where entering the Fog means surviving and finishing the match. For the Killer to detail, it is important because generally your add-ons are lost regardless, but as a Survivor you need to survive the match with your item. So what this means for Survivors is that using a brand new part as an ultra rare add-on in the match may not properly register for the trophy, so consider using a rainbow map instead. Survival treasures in a public match, escaping by bringing a new item to the campfire. So when you're in the match and you dig in a chest and you find something new, pick up that item and make sure you leave the match with it, and you'll get that one easy. Vulture in a public match, escape with an item that another player brought into the match. So if another player drops an item because it's no longer useful to them, pick that item up, leave the match with it. Adept Jake, be good with Jake. Adept Dwight, be good with Dwight. Adept Claudette, be good with Claudette. Adept Meg, be good with Meg. I'm just kidding. All the Adept trophies are for Survivors are basically based on just you being able to escape by using their 3 unique perks, and you'll be okay. Adept Trapper, this one was probably one of the easier ones I used. I just didn't use traps. Adept Wraith, don't have this one, but I would recommend not using your powers very much. It just kind of slows you down in my opinion. Sorry, I have my cat in my lap and she's kind of noisy. Adept Hillbilly, I'd recommend not using your chainsaw. Skillful, boost any perk to level 3. Basically that's maxing out any perk that you have, killer or otherwise, in match. And basically, do you mind? Okay, apparently she does mind. Lay down. Right there. Lay down. There you go. Go girl. Okay. So basically boosting any perk from green all the way to purple. We'll fill in you in there. Reach level 1 prestige with any character. Basically that's reaching level 50 and then prestiging, kind of like Call of Duty. And there's 2 more trophies for that for 3, 2, 3, and 350. 350. In the Void she walks in public matches with the nurse, blink, and successfully land an attack a total of 100 times. This one can be kind of hard. The nurse is one of the harder characters to use. So therefore, what you're going to have to do is a quick blink and then hit the Survivor. I apologize. I'll be right back. Okay. So in the Void she kills in public matches, chain 3 blinks together. There's add-ons specifically for making the blinks longer that you will have to hit a Survivor with. So basically 3 blinks and then hit somebody. Adept Nurse, probably one of the most difficult trophies you'll have to deal with. Again, I highly recommend getting good with this character and practicing quite a bit. This is one of the strongest Adept trophies that you'll ever have to deal with. Make this be your last trophy. Homophobia in a public match, escape the asylum map without losing a single drop of blood. Basically just kind of hide yourself away or hope the killer's really bad and doesn't want to hit you. Shock therapy in a public match, repair the generator in the 2nd floor of the disturbed ward and escape. So in shock therapy in the disturbed ward, it's at the top of the little dome building in the middle of the map. That's where it is. Adept Nia, escape with her 3 perks, triggered. In public matches with the Hag, cause survivors to trigger her phantasm traps 100 times. Find a friendly killer who likes playing as the Hag, have him make a bunch of traps, and then you trip over them. Even punishment in a public match, teleport to your phantasm traps and hit all 4 individual survivors once. Probably the 2nd hardest trophy you'll have to deal with in this game. To be honest, transporting to survivors and hitting them automatically is kind of hard, because most people by now have caught on to the Hag's tricks. back in when the game first started, you might have actually got this. Other tip, friendly killer. Might actually work for you. Adept Hag, be good with Hag. I've never actually, I think I played with the Hag one time in my life. That's it. Haven't tried her since. All aboard. In a public match, activate the foghorn by repairing the generator on the steamboat. So, in the Pale Rose of the Blackwater Swamp map, there's a boat. Repair the generator on the boat. Deep cleansing. In public matches, cleanse 10 hex totems. In order to do this, they have to have a hex totem. A totem that is glowing either yellow or orange-ish color. Make sure you just take that apart. Sometimes they are traps, but they still count towards this trophy. Adept Ace, three unique perks. Shocking treatment. In the public matches, hit survivors 500 times with the Doctor's electrocutive treatment attack. One thing that I like to do with this one is when I play as the Doctor, I don't think I have Adept Doctor, but what I like to do as the Doctor is I'll have a lot of teabaggers who like just to sit in the freaking thing and just teabag you when you do bad. And I just keep shocking them and shocking them and shocking them and shocking them, because if 4 people are sitting there teabagging you, that's like 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. Just keeps on going up because they suck. Madhouse. In a public match, bring 4 survivors to Insanity Tier 3 at least once in the same match. Basically, that's breaking everyone to the max thing with your shock therapy. Adept Doctor, be good with Doctor. Engineer. In public matches, repair a generator in the damaged state 50 times. That means repairing a generator that has been kicked by a killer. You can only do this 1 time per generator in a match. Leapfrog. In public matches, jump over a pallet or through windows during a chase 200 times. This is a good when killers are working you around a shed and you're jumping back and forth through windows, so you can pretty much farm that all day long as you still hear that hefty music. Adept Min, be good with Min. Secret trophies. In your public match, kill your first survivor, so you can only do this with a Memento Mori. You can do it with one where you can kill people at the end of the match, kill people if you've already hanged someone, or just kill them all. In a public match, kill all 4 survivors in a single match. Basically, you're going to need a Memento Mori for that. What that means is you're going to need a pink Mori. You're going to need to hang everyone at least once, get them down again, and then get the kill, and then kill them. Blood in your mouth. In public matches, kill a total of 15 survivors. Just keep it in pink Moris. In a public match, crawl your way out. This one's a lot harder than it sounds. It's happened to me a couple times that I've had to do this. The best way to do this is 1, either go for the hatch if it's open, or 2, hide in the grass near the exit gates and you'll be able to find your way out. Backdoor escape. In a public match, escape through the hatch. Basically, you just got to find the hatch open at the end of the match and jump in it. Alright, we're on to DLC. The man behind the bush. In public matches, the shape stock a total of 100 power tier increase. So when you're playing as Michael Myers and you do the stalk and your thing goes in a square up, you can get about 3 through the first one, and then you can only get about 1 through the next one. So this is a 100-time thing that you got to do this. So it should take you about maybe 50 matches if you're lucky, depending on if survivors want to stand there and take your killer state. Evil Incarnate. In a public match, kill all 4 survivors with Tier 3 Evil Within. Basically, just the hardest trophy in this chapter is quite possibly the top 5 most difficult trophies in the game. The premise is simple, but it's a lot of work and requires the use of 2 ultra rare add-ons per attempt. So what you'll need: the introduction of the endgame collapse and more control and user. You'll need a Judith Tombstone and a Mori. So stack those together and find your people. They also recommend a few different perks for this one as well that you have on yourself. Surveillance, which is a pig perk. Discordance, which is a legion perk. Corrupt Intervention, plague perk. Tinkerer, Hillbilly, Hex Ruin, Hag, or Whispers, a basic perk. Adept Shape, be good with Michael Myers. I actually got this one pure luck, bad survivors. I don't even think I used Evil Within once. The item of Obsession. In a public match as a killer's obsession, escape as the last survivor without getting hit. So you gotta be the last one to escape and you gotta be the obsession. So you have to start the match as the obsession and hope no one has a thing that changes obsessions. A perk that changes obsessions. House of Pain in a public match. Repair the generator in Michael Myers' house and live to tell the tale. I believe it's in a garage in the basement. One of them. So yeah. And I think it has a truck outside. Adept Lori. Be good with Lori. Lullaby for the Dark. Swirling Death. Public matches. Throw 1,000 hatches. What I've been doing for this is if I'm bored or I'm tired of playing Dead by Daylight, I'll just go do a match where I throw hatchets in the sky and use some add-ons to just give you more hatchets, and just keep throwing. Just keep throwing until it unlocks. Don't have to hit anybody with them. You do have to hit with Skilled Huntress in public matches. Down 100 survivors. Down survivors 100 times with the Huntress. Hatchets no further than 24 meters. So this is just basically big, long Hail Mary shots with the Huntress. Adept Huntress. Be good with hundreds. Cottage Owner in a public match. Repair the generator in the Mother's Dwelling and live to tell the tale. This is kind of a middle building generator, kind of like a sawmill kind of building. Sorted in a public match. Spend most of the trial injured, more than 50%, and live to tell the tale. You can get this at the same time you get Adept David, because one of his perks leaves you injured the whole fucking game, pretty much. So use that, and then spend half, and then make it out alive. Leatherface. In public matches, the cannibal successfully chainsaw 100 times. I did this friendly. Found a friendly group of survivors. They let me do this over and over and over again. Helpful there. Texas Barbecue in public matches. Hook survivors in the basement. One survivor per match. So you can get 25 divided by 4 is... should take you 6 matches if you can get... If you can get one survivor... all 4 survivors in the basement at least once. Adept Cannibal, and just be good with Cannibal. I have that one. Took me quite a bit though. Nightmare on Elm Street. Holy shit. Pull 200 survivors into the dream world. This is simply by the timer rolling out or you hitting them and knocking them into the dream state immediately. 200 times. In public matches, sacrifice the obsession 30 times. Just look for the obsession, point him out, and just hook him. 30 times. Adept Nightmare, be good with Freddy. I have no tips for Freddy. I'm not good with Freddy. I'm not good with Freddy. In public matches, complete 100 chest searches. This is just a throughout the game thing. Always look through chests if you see them. Even if there's no good shit inside, at least it counts towards this. Escaping the Nightmare in public matches, open the exit gate 35 times. This does not count if someone else partially opens the gate. You have to open the gate the whole way 35 times. Adept Quentin, just Quint's 3 perks. Holiday get together in a public match. Have at least 3 survivors hooked in the basement at once. This one can be a lot hard. It's probably one of the top 5 hardest. I had friends for this one that I did. So just gotta have 3 of them in the basement at one time. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get maybe 2 in the basement by pure luck, but otherwise it can get kind of hard. Milk and Cookies. In a public match, take the item from the chest in the basement at least 30 times. Start of every match, go to the basement, open the chest, and go grab it. Open winter gifts 100 times, or mystery boxes. So basically any mystery box on the blood web, open it, do it 100 times, and you'll eventually get this. The Saw chapter. I want to play a game in public matches with the pig, put on 125 reverse bear traps. Very time consuming. Any add-ons that'll give you extra bear traps, and just keep putting them on people. Game over in public matches, sacrifice or kill 30 survivors after the last generator has activated. So basically when everyone's scrambling for the door, try to get someone on their last hook, or do the little, if they've been shitty, you can be shitty back trick that I gave you. Adept Pig, be good with Pig. I do have Adept Pig, and it was only because someone quit and I got an extra 600 points and somehow I got Adept Pig. Near-death experience in public matches, get downed only once and escape the match alive. So be unlucky once and then be able to get out. Cherish your life in a public match, repair the generator in the game's bathroom. The bathroom is in the basement. There's a toilet and a generator in it. This is probably one of the easiest ones to find. And Adept Tap. Party Crasher. In public matches, damage a generator while at least 1 survivor is hooked 100 times. Not a horribly hard one. So basically, if you hook someone and you see other people with possibly using barbecue and chili where they're near a generator, while that person is hooked, run over to that generator and instead of chasing them, disable the generator and it counts for 1. Smoked. In public matches, down 100 survivors while they're intoxicated by the afterpiece tonic. So, if somebody is in the gas and you down them, so this counts for one and you gotta do it 100 times. Adept Clown. Campbell's Chapel Legacy. Repair the generator in the church at the chapel. Whiffing to success. In public matches, cause the killer to miss an attack before taking a vault 50 times. So basically that would be you jumping over a window or some kind of ledge and then whiffing it into the wall and possibly missing it. Alright, on to Shattered Bloodlines. In public matches during a chase, damage a survivor who drops a pallet within a chase. So basically that would be them dropping a pallet and you still getting the smack on them right as the pallet is dropping. 100 times. Conniption? Yeah, conniption. In public matches with the spirit, use Yamamoko's haunting to down 30 survivors. So basically what I would do for this is injure a survivor, let them kind of get a little leeway from you, follow their footsteps while you're invisible, come out in front of them, smack them down. You got to do that 30 times. Ancestors' Right. In a public match, repair the generator in the family residence and live to tell the tale. This is this big, kind of really Chinese looking building, kind of off to hard left of the map. Not today. In public matches, unhook yourself 50 times. Deliverance, deliverance, deliverance. Heavy burden. In public matches, hit 25 different individual survivors while carrying another survivor. In public matches, hit a survivor. So basically, this is just you hitting survivors while you're carrying other survivors, because people will try to teabag you and get in your way. Deranged Pursuit. In public matches, adds the Legion down 25 different survivors after they have the deep wound effect. So that would be your Legion chase, hit them, get out of the Legion chase, and then smack them down while they're still in that state. In public matches, break a total or 50 hooks. You're going to need probably a big purple toolbox in order to do this and get it all down. Unforgettable Getaway. In a public match, repair the generator in the chalet and live to tell the tale. And this is in... where? Oh. Chalet. In Mount Ormond. That's the big sawmill building. Demise of the Faithful. Devoted gatekeeping. In public matches, sacrifice all the survivors before the last generator is repaired. This is just finding bad survivors and getting them all out before you can do anything. 15 times. Terminal illness. In public matches with the plague, down 50 survivors affected by the maximum infection. So basically this is hitting them with your blood vomit. 50 times. And Adept Plague. Wounded Healer. In public matches, heal other survivors for a total of 50 health states while you are also injured. So while after you get hit once, get away from them and then heal them. If you are David and you're already injured, then it already still counts and you can do it that way if you wish. 50 times. Shrine Apparatus. In a public match, repair the generator in the temple basement to live to tell the tale. Big building in the middle, kind of like a cobblestone area in the bottom. Cutting Out. This is the Ash Evil Dead ones. In public matches, while the killer is carrying you, wiggle out of the killer's grasp 10 times. Just so you know, you don't have to like whip your joystick back and forth. It's just a little do. And I got this mainly from friendly killers because it's very rare that I actually wiggle out of someone's arms. If that's one thing they could fix in this game, just make the wiggle meter like 10% less, even 5, and I'd probably have a better chance. Outrun Evil. In a public match, crawl your way through the hatch. This one was just one where I was downed, a killer ignored me, and I found the hatch and crawled right through it. And Adept Dash, of course. Ghostface. In public matches, interrupt and grab 25 survivors while they are repairing generators. So this is silent while they're paying attention to the generators. When you're in your crouch state, just go up and grab them off the generator 25 times. Just make sure they don't see you coming at them. Totally Vulnerable. In public matches with the Ghostface, down 50 marked survivors. So once a survivor is marked, after you've like done them long enough, they'll get a red circle over their face, and then you will have to go and down them with just one little quick knife stroke. Left Behind. Taking one for the team. This is probably one of the most time-consuming ones in the entire game. Protect a recently unhooked survivor by taking a hit near them 250 times. So basically after getting a survivor off, the killer could be standing there, you just got to take the hit for them. 250 times. Left 4 Dead is the last person alive, activate the last ginger and escape through the exit gate. Only got this via a friendly killer, did not get it any other way. Pure skill in hiding from killers is probably the only other way you're going to get out of it. And that's all the trophies I have on this list. So, yeah, we'll just stop there. If you guys have any questions or you want me to do a little more on part 2 for DLC trophies, let me know. Will I be doing any more Dead by Daylight trophy guys? Yes, I'll be doing the Hellraiser ones tomorrow. So, hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time with a brand new video. Goodbye, guys.